Welcome to Launching Graphical Desktop Sessions on Alces Flight Compute Clusters. Before we get started, you'll need to have an Alces Flight Compute Cluster launched on AWS, and you'll need to have SSH access to that environment. Users can start a graphical desktop session on their Alces Flight Compute Cluster to allow them to work interactively with graphical applications and collaborate with other users. Once you're logged into your environment, use the Alces Session command to launch a new graphical session and to manage existing sessions. To show the list of available sessions for your cluster, use the Alces Session Avail command. Session types that are listed with a star next to them are already installed. Session types that aren't listed with a star can be installed at the command line. So, for example, we can install the ICE window manager using the command Alces Session Enable IceWM. For a new session type, your cluster will automatically download the software that it needs to enable the session and install it on the cluster login node. Once that's happened, you'll be able to launch new sessions of that type. The GNOME session, which is the default graphical desktop for Enterprise Linux, is enabled automatically. To start a new session, use the Alces Session Start command along with the type of session that you want to begin. Here we're going to start a GNOME desktop session. Sessions are started on your cluster login node. The system will print the connection information for your session along with a one-time password to be used to connect to the environment. If you have an Apple Mac client, you can use this URL here. Paste that into your Finder and the session will automatically be launched and connected to from your client. For Windows and Linux clients, use this second URL. Start your graphical desktop client, I'm using TurboVNC here, and enter the URL information and click on the Connect button. The system will prompt you for a password. Enter the one-time password displayed as the output of your session start command. Once you click OK, the system will launch a graphical desktop session and connect you to it. You can use this graphical desktop session just like a regular Linux machine. For example, here I'll start a terminal session and I'll run the graphical glx gears command. The performance of your session will depend on how your local client is configured. You can also run graphical applications on your compute nodes. Here we'll start a new interactive job and then we'll run the same application on your compute node system. The display is automatically routed back to the desktop environment that you're connected to. You can also use the menu system in Linux to set up the screen resolution for your session. Under the System Tools setting, choose the Settings dialog and then click Displays. Choose the main display, number 1, and then choose the resolution that you want to run at. Click the Apply button, click Keep Changes, and the system will automatically resize to fit your environment. You can get a list of the currently running sessions by using the Alces Session List command. Each session is given a unique identity. To get information about the session, including the URLs you need to connect to them, use the Alces Session Info command along with the session identity displayed. Multiple different users can connect to the same session using the host address, port number, and passwords provided. This allows collaboration on your cluster from many different users at the same time. When you've finished with your session, use the command Alces Session Kill along with the identity number for the session that you want to stop. This will terminate your running session, leaving your cluster ready for another job. That concludes this video. Please watch the other videos in the series for more information about using your cluster and running applications through the job scheduler. To find documentation online, just go to our website, alces-flight.com, click on the documentation link. That will give you all the printed documentation for using the system.